Let's make a bag inspired by a bat. I recently had the opportunity to travel to Carter Cave State Resort Park in Kentucky, got this really cool patch with a bat that inspired me to try to make some sort of bat bag. So what I did was I drew a bat, or half of a bat as you can see here, on a piece of paper and put it on my fabric. And what I'm going to do is fold the fabric over so that I can make a symmetrical shaped bat. So I cut out the paper so I had my pattern piece, and now I'm going to cut my fabric out around it. I'll be sure to add this pattern piece to my blog in case you want to do something with it as well. And basically what I'm going to do is cut out with about a 1/2 inch seam allowance all the way around this pattern so that I could use it as the front of my bag. And once it is all cut out, this is what it looks like. So it has a really fun shape. Now what it was time to do was to add some interfacing. So I opted to use the very heavy duty interfacing for this so that my bag would really have that shape that would look like a bat and hold up. I think you definitely could have gotten away with regular, like a medium weight interfacing though for this. So now what I'm going to do is press all of this down to make sure that the interfacing is attached to the fabric. Now that it is all pressed, I did go ahead and cut out a back. I really wanted to make sure I was using sustainable items for this make, so I found some scrap fabric that I was able to attach together so that it would be workable enough for the back of my bag. So now what I'm going to do is sew all the way around to attach the front to the back. So with that now done, it was time to flip this right side out, as I did leave a little opening. One of the reasons why I said earlier I would use medium interfacing was that with the heavy interfacing, it was very hard to turn. But now that I got it turned, I can go around, I can top stitch this to make sure that you really see that like sharp bat look. And I will also press it to make sure that it's flat. So with the main portion of my quote bag done, I had to actually add a pocket or something on so it could be a bag. So I decided to use some more of that black scrap material that I had to make a little pocket for a cell phone. So if I had been thinking a little bit better about this, I probably would have done it first so that I could have machine sewed this. What I'm going to do is actually sew both sides of this bag so that there are no raw edges, and then also take that seam across the third edge, and then I'm going to hand sew this onto the bag itself so it could flip up. And as you can see, I have some extra fabric at the top, so I'm going to cut this off and essentially turn it into a flap. So there will be two pieces that make my pocket. There will be this larger piece that is hand sewed at the bottom that's already there, and then there will be this top portion that will be the flap that will kind of go over the bag, so it has almost like an envelope-like feel for the pocket. So now I'm going to take a seam straight across there so I can finish off that lower pocket, and then I'm going to hand stitch it all the way around to secure it onto the bat. And here's that completed pocket. So you can see on the front that you actually do not see any seams, which is what I was going for. I didn't want to affect the look in any way, but on the back you do have the ability to put something in. So to close off this pocket, I had this box of plastic snaps, which I had used for a previous project. So I'm just gonna add 3 of these little snaps. The cat decided not to be interested at all in this. And the snaps are really easy. They come with instructions on the box, and I can include a link in case you would like to buy one of these plastic snap boxes yourself. Everything is included though, including the tool, the plastic snaps, and it works really well and has a really strong hold. So now with that done, it was time to add some sort of strap to my bag so that I would actually be able to wear it. I wanted to give it kind of an over the shoulder or a fanny pack look, so I ended up finding a adjustable strap from a bag that I had that I was no longer using, and I cut that off. And what I'm going to do is add it on either end of the pocket. So for this type of material, I would recommend burning the edges of the strap, as it can be known to fray. So to do this, all I did was I took a lighter and just kind of carefully rubbed it against the edge, so not lighting it on fire or anything, but what it does is actually provides this almost like plastic-like feel so that you do not have to worry about it fraying in the future. Then I just hand sewed it to my bag, making sure that it didn't actually go through all the layers of fabric, but just the end, so that it would be able to attach. And here's my completed bag. I love how it turned out. It is made with all sustainable products or with scrap materials. It has a really fun bat shape that I think works well with the patch. The little pocket is also perfect for a phone or keys. If you like this video and you want to see more, be sure to like and subscribe.